John has seen the white horse and the red horse, which together bring war to the earth. The third horseman will bring one of the results of war. In verse 5, we read, "When the Lamb opened the third seal, I heard the third living creature say, 'Come.' And I looked, and there before me was a black horse. Its rider was holding a pair of scales in his hand. These scales are for measuring weights, in this case, quantities of food. Then I heard what sounded like a voice among the four living creatures saying, 2 pounds of wheat for a day's wages, and 6 pounds of barley for a day's wages." These are high prices. It would mean basically that each family would have enough food for only one person. This horseman is symbolizing famine. That often comes with war because war disrupts food production, food supplies, and transporting into the cities. Wealthy people can buy enough food, but the poor go hungry. That's been happening for thousands of years. The vision is not presenting anything unusual here. Now, the last part of verse 6 says, "And do not damage the oil and the wine." No one wants to damage oil and wine in ordinary times. So we aren't sure what this is referring to. It may have something to do with an incident in the Roman Empire in the late first century. There was a famine, and the Emperor Domitian ordered some vineyards to be repurposed for growing wheat. People objected, and it wasn't done, but it does suggest some competition for agricultural land. No matter the precise role of oil and wine in this verse, the overall picture is that of famine. Hunger, but not necessarily death. When we look at the four horsemen of the apocalypse, we may remember a similar vision in the Old Testament. Zechariah 1 describes a man on a red horse, and behind him were red, white, and light brown horses. John's vision was similar and yet different. And that's a pattern we see throughout the book of Revelation. What John sees is often similar to something in the Old Testament, but it also has differences. I think this is a reminder that we are dealing with symbolism, not exact details. For example, if we want to symbolize peace, we might describe a time when everyone was able to sit under their own fig tree. But the meaning could be portrayed just as well by an olive tree or a pomegranate or someone lying down in a hammock. The details can be different even when the meaning is the same. In John's vision, we should not get too fixated on the details, but we should be looking for a more general idea. The exact price of wheat and barley is not the point here, not for the third horseman, nor should we conclude that there will be no change in the price of rice, potatoes, or cassava. The picture is that of high prices for food, of famine for the poor. This is something that God has been allowing for thousands of years, and it will continue into the future. But Jesus, the Lamb, has qualified to bring it to an end. We have to wait, but we are assured that Jesus will, in time, open the entire scroll and bring it all to a happy ending.